I don't think it's that big a deal. I wouldn't have done it if I were Nick. But he's done this before, right? Multiple times before in the past. He, Steph Curry's done this. Kobe Bryant's done this. Like this, Nick Sirianni's not the first person to do it. I see, and full disclosure, my friend and colleague Les Bowen, he has a good column up on allphly.com, and Mike Sielski from the Inquirer has a good column up, and like I respect where they're coming from. I disagree. I don't think Nick was using the kids as like a shield. The questions were I think Nick answered the questions the same as he would if they were there or not.
I don't agree with that at all.
Okay.
I mean, he's asking his kids, "Do you think it was loud in there?" Like,
yeah.
And no, you think you think the exact questions are the same? I don't agree with that at all.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think the questions.
I agree that too much is being made of it, probably, but I don't agree that it was the exact same press conference as if the kids weren't there. Yeah. Definitely not.
Yeah, I think it's fairly common, and I think press conferences in general are performative, and that's part of him performing, right? I mean, I would imagine a conversation with Nick, or I know this, a conversation with Nick is different than a press conference with Nick, and I think there's a performative element to it. Now, as far as why he does it, Nick explained it a bit yesterday. I've spoken to him about this in the past, just to kind of give the listeners and viewers some background here. Nick recognizes the fact that there are a lot of things that he misses, right, as being a head football coach, right? He is, from all indications, a loving and dedicated father, right? But the nature of the job is such that you're not there.
That's why I am sympathetic to that.
And then he also remembers growing up in Jamestown, New York, and being like he was around all the high school players, and he could tell you the Southwestern Central starting lineups probably the same. He could do that better than he can name like the Buffalo Bills starting lineups growing up, like that. Like so for him, like how cool is it?
Or how to put an opening drive script together,
or that. So for him, how cool is it that his kids get to experience this, and like he wants his kids to be a part of this. And you saw in the post game speech yesterday that the Eagles put out. The Eagles do a great job of giving behind the scenes content, and I should say their web and media team do that. I don't think that's like Nick doing that.
Certainly not.
Yeah. But Nick talks about family all the time, and so I think he wants his kids and his family to be a part of this. He mentioned A.J. Brown went to his son's baseball game, and like he wants his kids to experience this and to grow up with these types of memories. That said, I think there is. I think maybe you do it for the NFC Championship game. It doesn't have to be a random Sunday, but I can tell you, as someone who's sat there for just about every single Nick Sirianni press conference since he's been here, I didn't bat an eye. I wasn't like, oh God, I'm not going to ask about this topic. And I think Nick's performative after wins as it is.
Yeah, the dad stuff is why I don't really get upset about it. Okay. I am sympathetic to it, although as I said before,
and probably empathetic as well.
But I do think that it is disconnected from how he was at the end of that game. That's why to me it's a little bit silly.
We all silly like the mayor.